Hello YouTube, it is Champion DJK coming at you again with another video, and today, are you guys ready for the ride? Are you ready for the ride? Are you? Well, what are we going to look at today? Majorette. We're going to look at Majorette, which you probably know because of, the title of the video and all that jazz. So, real quick, obviously, I did a video on these, and they're awesome. They're super cool. These are showing up at Targets, although they showed up and they've been all sold. Like, I haven't been able to find any anywhere now. So hopefully they restock. I think these things are selling very well, and that is awesome. That's actually very encouraging. So I think that's cool. These are awesome. I did a video on these premium Majorettes, and I did that maybe a couple weeks ago. But go check out that video if you haven't seen it. But today, we're going to be looking at another new Majorette product. So these were available at Target, now are showing up at Meijer stores, if you have a Meijer in your area. That's for me up here in Midwest, in Wisconsin. And that's where I'm finding them. I'm not sure where you're going to find them locally for you if, neither of those two options work out for you. But then I discovered at Meijer, they've now got Majorette 5-packs. So these are like basic Majorettes. They got that new logo there, pretty slick looking logo. And I got two 5-packs. Now, at first glance, they look a little cheesy, okay? They do. Cost of these, I think these were about $7 for a 5-pack. Something like that, $7. These, by the way, were $6.99 at Target or $7.99 at Meijer. And I would gladly pay the $8 a piece for these if I had to pay the higher price. They're super nice. I definitely recommend you check out that video. These are impressive, and I can't wait to see more coming from them. Very, very cool. So now we got two 5-packs. I only saw two different ones there. There may be more than that. We've got, Ride Now, I guess, whatever. So these are more like basic, we'll call them mainline Majorettes, if that makes sense. They are still imported by Jada Toys, which is how all Majorette is, I guess, being imported and distributed in the U.S. So that's what to expect there. They started doing that not too long ago. Were successful with the Pink Slips line. I think those were fairly successful. Those sold fairly well. And then also other basic or deluxe Majorettes are more kind of premium-ish Majorettes. Not that type of premium Majorette. We're showing up at Walmart as well. Walmart, Target, all that stuff. So anyway, now we got 5-packs, and these appear to be very, very basic. Looking a little cheese ball. We'll see what we got here. So let's go ahead and open up this one first. Metal. As far as I know, these are not themed at all. So, although, hang on. Street Cars, pieces set, 3 assortment. Street Cars, 5 pieces set, 3 assortment. Does that mean there's actually 3 of these and I missed one? That is possible. But we got 2 to look at. Of course, if I find the other one, I'll probably pick it up too. All right, so let's see what do we got with these Majorettes. Starting with the Volkswagen ID Buggy. I wasn't sure if this was going to be an actual vehicle or not, but this is a Volkswagen ID Buggy. That's actually kind of cool. So Majorette's been known for having suspension. I don't think any of these real basic models or castings are going to have suspension. At first I thought this was just some unlicensed weird garbage, but it's not. It's actually a Volkswagen. So that is a pleasant surprise. Volkswagen ID Buggy. That's really cool. All right. So kind of cool. So what are they? They're metal body, plastic base, plastic wheels. They roll real nice. They're basically Majorette's version of mainlines. Now, we do have a mainline Hot Wheels kind of, right? We do have detail in the front. And we got detail in the back as well. Those taillights are red. So we get that action. So at least we know for sure 2 surfaces for tampos. So it's going to be interesting to see what these cars with the graphics on the side look like. So let's grab those. Let's grab this guy here. So this is a Ford Puma ST, which is like a Focus, right? Ford Puma ST. It's green. It's got ST, Ford Performance. I don't know. I'm not mad about it. The headlights are just silver, so not real basic, and just red back there. So limited amount of colors probably that they're able to use to keep costs down. Again, plastic base, metal body. And at first I thought this thing did not have an interior because the windows look almost blacked out. But I got to hold it up to a brighter light up here and take a look. Yeah, I don't think this thing has an interior. I can't see it. I'm trying to really get a look at it. So sorry I'm taking it off camera here. Oh, it does have an interior, actually. Well, it has an interior. I thought it didn't just because of how dark these windows are. And they're very, very dark. But there is an interior in there. Very cool. All right. How about a truck? What do we got here? This is a Chevy C10. I was trying to see if it had a year on it. It does not. So this is a Chevy C10 Majorette. And of course we got detail up front, just silver, just a little silver paint. We got flame edge on the hood. Real basic kind of flame edge, doesn't really contour to the body at all. And then flamage on the sides and nothing on the back. So we do kind of have a mainline style tampo action here. Well, we got one. The sides, you counted it as another one. So 1, 2, 3 surfaces. So 1, 2, 3 surfaces. 1, 2 surfaces on that one where you get graphics. So, and yeah, I count the sides as 1. Kind of a cool little truck casting. The flames look a little cheesy. Big time cornball there. But it's a Chevy truck. Looks kind of neat. These are not going to be true 1/64 scale, by the way. That's, you know, just like mainline Hot Wheels or Matchbox, they're not going to be true 1/64. Some of them may actually have the scale on the bottom. I was just looking for that. And maybe not. These do not. So, all right, there's 3 out of the first 5. Next is a BMW M3 Touring. Very cool. We don't get the M3 Touring in the United States, right? You can't get the wagon. That is so dumb. Honestly, I think this car looks really cool. I'm not that I could have like afforded a brand new BMW M3, but it would be, this M3 Touring is pretty neat. So you got BMW-ish kind of graphics on the side that look all right. We've got a BMW logo on the front, which looks pretty good. Silver headlights, red taillights. Again, very basic. Black wheels. That was always the argument with Majorette before, is their wheels are kind of ugly. And I don't know that this is that might be a newer design. I'm not really sure. But these so far, wheel choices, I don't think have been too bad. They're going to be generic, right? They're not going to be prototypical, unlike the premium ones back there. But yeah, that's a pretty nice looking little BMW. I'm not mad about it. Let's check out this other one. This is a Ford Transit. No, it's not. It's a Renault Master. Renault Master. It rolls. Autosport Racing on the side. This one looks real cheeseball too, but it's all right. Not much to say about it. They've got you know, big blobs of silver for the headlights, so I mean that's not the best I've seen. It would be nice if they would have. That's one argument I'm going to make right away. Is like, you get a mainline Matchbox and the headlights look awesome because they do a really good job of graphically representing headlights on their cars. I'm actually just going to grab one real quick. I'm going to open it just because I have this little, what is this, an Opel Astra in yellow. Let's just pop it open because we can compare. I think Matchbox would be the most comparable type of thing to these Majorettes, because Hot Wheels are more stylized, stuff like that, you know. not really meant to be like little scaled down replicas. You know, they are, but they're like stylized. You know, they got that Hot Wheels look. Matchbox more tries to make things, you know, more like just basic and realistic. And you see the headlights there have graphical representation. Now, this might not be the best example, but it is really good. So I am going to tell you right off the bat, like comparing, this Matchbox looks a lot like nicer and more like real than any of these Majorettes, right? And this is a really basic car. It's not like it's something that's super exciting. So I think it's a worthwhile comparison. And you get like, they just do really great making little sort of realistic looking little car replicas. And so we got that as a basis for comparison out there. And that's why I'm saying that the Matchbox, I think, is better, is a better mainline option. If you want something, you know, basic, inexpensive, and still to kind of look more realistic or more like a real car, Matchbox is definitely the way to go. But these are pretty cool too. All right, we got one more 5-pack. This one might be a little bit more exciting. Looks like we got an Audi in here. We got a Nissan. Let's go ahead and open this one up. So this says the same thing on the back. So street cars, 5 pieces set, 3 assortment, 3rd assortment. Maybe it's the 3rd. I have no idea. There might be a 3rd one out there right now. But starting with this guy, this is the Nissan, what is it? Concept 2020 Vision Gran Turismo. And it's a pretty cool casting. I think I've got this tooling somewhere. I got a version of this. And it's a pretty nice looking one. It's not bad, right? You get the Nissan logo up front. Again, just big silver splotches for the headlights. I really wish they'd do something graphical with those and make those look a little bit better. Because especially when you got like big ones, like silver blobs like this, like just can't you do something like that? I know it brings the cost up, but the realism factor of the cars is, you know, helped almost exponentially by having a good looking headlight and taillight. Anyway, so that's a decent model. Not too bad. And then we got an Audi RS6 Avant. Looking pretty good. I like the wheels on this one. I think the wheels are kind of nice for a little mainline wheel. I think that's really good. Look at this one's actually got a little bit going on with the headlights. Definitely makes a difference, right? Got the Audi logo in there. You got that LED headlight looking pretty cool. A little bit more detail in the back taillight as well, even with just that black line there. R6. It's got Audi colors. This one's pretty awesome. I think this might be the best one out of all of them. Is this Audi wagon? I would love one of these. I would love either one of those cars. I would love them. That would be my type of car to drive, like every day, daily driver, even like for work, all that stuff. Because I drive a lot for work, and because I got to go all over the state. But this would be, that would be a comfortable ride. I think it would be pretty awesome. All right. Next is the Toyota Yaris WRC. So the rally car version of the Yaris. And Toyota logo up front. Big silver butt for the headlights. That's going to be my biggest complaint with these. The castings are cool. The wheels look decent. I noticed too now, all the wheels are blacked out. They don't have any printing on the wheels whatsoever. Okay, so that's another thing. There's no chrome on the wheels or different. It's just all black. So, and these castings like are set up for the suspension, but you'll notice like they don't have it in there. Majorette suspension is like this little like wire system that you can see through the bottom, and some of these castings don't have the base that was designed for it. This one does, so you know that this would have shown up in like a more premium line as well, possibly with rubber tires and everything. Obviously not to scale. This thing looks pretty big. It's definitely not 164, but it's a cool casting. I think it looks nice. Again, I think it's neat. Again, the headlights, right? The headlights. I think that would be the easiest little improvement that could be made to these basic castings. I can't imagine it would cost them that much more, but I guess to go from like, essentially, looks like a masked and painted headlight and not a tampo print. So that's going to be likely what the difference is, and I don't know, cost-wise, I'm not really sure. By the way, these are made in Thailand. So these, again, comparable, right? These are made in Thailand as well, these Matchboxes. All right, we got a Dodge Charger, 2020 maybe? I don't know. It's got a copyright date of 2020, so I'm guessing that's what it is. This one actually says 164 on the bottom. Is that the first one we got that actually has a scale on it? Is this one. That's kind of interesting. And I bet you it's close. I bet you it's pretty close. As far as wheel choice for this one goes, this is probably the worst one. I don't ever like when you got the wheels that get sunken in to the wheel well like that. It just looks bad. Like they need to be out like that. So there is that. And then we've got some detail back here in the taillight, and just again silver blobs for the headlights. The fact that it has headlights is good. Okay, don't get me wrong. I just think just a little bit touch more, you make something look like that, it's gonna be better. I think these things will sell initially though, for sure. But they're kind of Maisto looking, a little bit Adventure Force or whatever looking right now. That's my opinion. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. All right, last we got another Chevy C10. So same one as that guy. So they use that casting twice in this assortment. And, you know, again, it looks pretty good. It's not bad. We got silver headlights again. We got the little red dots for tail lights. We got this nice little white accent here on the side. Definitely liking it better than the flame one. You know, it rolls, it's cool. I mean, obviously these are really meant to be, truthfully, toys and not necessarily a collectible is what it feels like with these. They do look a little cheesy. They have some bright colors and stuff. I could see them being, you know, have some play value, all that jazz. I just, I don't know. I'm not terribly impressed. I think they look decent, but I think Matchbox looks better. And I think that's the most comparable thing I could say. The cool thing about them, though, is you will see some cars and some castings, different types of things that you're not going to see come out in Matchbox, or that we haven't seen, right? So there is that. There's going to be some of that where you have unique toolings and stuff that just aren't available in Matchbox. And maybe some of them will look better than some Matchbox castings. I just think right out the gate, we need something other than just all black wheels all the time. Because when you do it all the time, it does give it a kind of cheap look. And then you need details in your headlights. You do that, and these things will look better to me. And that's my opinion. Right? So you may definitely disagree, and that is fine. That is totally fine. Now, I will again say these Majorette collectors ones, the ones behind these cars, those are absolutely beautiful and fantastic. Great job with those. I'll be buying every single one that comes out, I swear. I probably will. I probably will, honestly. So I'm loving those. Hopefully those do well and they last a long time. And hopefully these 5-packs do pretty good too. It's always nice to have another option. All right, thank you guys very much for watching. This will be in the Majorette playlist. Check it out if you want more Majorette content. I got some weird stuff there. You know, subscribe to the channel would be cool if you could do that. It's Diecast all the time here. I don't really do anything else. Well, here and there I might do something weird. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. And you guys enjoy your day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.